Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Frustrated to Freedom. I'm Bill Morrow, your guide on your way to your answer to the freedom. And today we want to see how we are progressing. And the episode today is number 52, the process of change. Now, this is exactly what we got to do, my friends. We have to change. And by now, I am hoping that most of you, if not everyone, has written out their thoughts and their requirements, the whole thing. We've written down what we require. Now, I've done mine. And what we have to do now is I've got to type that out, revise it, type it out, and stick it on the wall. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. And then we have to repeat the process. We've got to say it aloud. And my aim is to make £10,000 income per week. And this starting date and when I want to achieve it and how I want to achieve it and everything. You've already got yours down, so that's good. So that's a start. Because this is exactly it. Now, if we put it off and don't do anything about it and say, oh, well, I'll do it next week. Wrong. That's, as we've been going through this whole process, it's a process of taking steps all the way. And the steps are exactly that, to try and get everything in here. And now we're working on the principle of Napoleon Hill, and this is the way he started things off. He did the survey, he looked at 500 people, interviewed them, and found out how were they great, how did they do these things, how did they achieve it. And this was one of the principles that he came across. And the first is, it's a case of having faith. Visualization, being able to look and think, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I know this is correct. I know this will work. And then the belief comes into desire. So you start off by having faith in yourself. You believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in me. And I have written down what I want, and I know I'm on my way to achieve that goal. But if I just sit here and talk to you, I'm not going to achieve anything, because I've got to work at it. I've got to do things. And that's exactly what we've all got to do. We first of all got to have the faith that this system does work. And I've told you about the medical side of things, the pain things, yes. And he has told you about all these professional people, shall we say, who have achieved through this process. Now, it's a process that involves you and you alone, because only you can talk to your mind. Only you can put yourself into this dedicated position. And by repeating this item, all these things we want to do, repeating the 4 items on your list, your target, what you want to achieve, when you want to achieve it, how you want to achieve it, and that process, and by talking out loud and saying exactly what you want to do and achieve, puts it into your subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious is the process of telling your inner self. Again, it's called by different names, but the subconscious is what we're talking about. The inner self, the true self, the inner self, the false self. We're now talking to the subconscious mind. And the thoughts, the pictures you put in your mind. And now, by reading this list out loud twice a day, you are reinforcing the whole principle behind this. You're reinforcing it. And that's something is possible all the time if you have enough faith. And this is where we go again, you see. Faith in you. Faith in you. Faith in the principle that you're applying. And this is a principle so old, it's unbelievable. That thought and dedication can do this for you as an individual. And this is the first big principle. You've got to have faith in exactly what's going on. And the faith then, you create the affirmation, you create the situation by saying over and over again what you want to attain, when you want to attain it, and how you want to attain it. And this is the process we go through. And we know that it works. And it's the process of change. And you have to then, change becomes faith in yourself, in the principle, and belief in attaining that desire. And remember, desire is not just, oh, something I'd like. It comes down to the fact that desire is intense, an intense desire. So much so that you can virtually taste it and feel it and know anything. If it's the new car, you can smell the leather seats and things like that, and you can hear the money as you count it in the bank, and everything is visualized. That desire is so deep and so intense. That's what you do. And it's the repetition of this affirmation that puts the emotion, the faith, and everything that you have in your ability to do all this and to attain all this. And this is so important. Now, if you skip this bit and put it off till tomorrow, then it's going to be weaker and weaker all the time. You have to get in there. You have to write this list out. Go back and check that list, which was in the blog. You know exactly where it is. Get those 4 items down, write them out, then print them out and put them on the wall so that you can repeat it and repeat it to your benefit, because this is where it all starts, my friend. And we progress on this as we go along. But at the moment, it's a practical situation. It's something, yeah, you may not like talking out loud because other people are listening. Well, don't let them listen. This is for you. This is your confirmation. You're not doing this for other people. You're doing this for you. And I am very much in line with this and want you to take action on it. So the whole process is change. So go for the change and get the benefit out of the change. So get those 4 items written down in detail, remember, in detail, not just I want to get this. Make it sound convincing to yourself. Ooh. All the best, my friends.